Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So today the new DLC for Age of Empires 4 just got announced at Gamescom, and I have a bunch of stuff with me. The Steam page, this variant civilization pages, the DLC name, people's reactions and stuff, and we have the trailer as well. So obviously I'm going to give my thoughts about everything. Might be not the shortest video of all time, but it's important. But before that, I just want to kind of give you guys all the information, and then we can kind of go into my thoughts and how I'm kind of thinking, feeling about the new DLC. So, yeah, let's see the trailer because this is that. Some nice cinematic shots here. Age of Empires 4. Good game, I swear. Comes to PlayStation 5. Alright. So that's good. It should be in PlayStation 5, right? Age of Mythology is in PlayStation 5. Theory 2 is in PlayStation 5. Age of Empires 4 should be there, right? I think that's a good thing for us. Marketing to a new users, new game console is always good. You can experience all the expansions, everything new, the new DLC as well. Get some more cinematic shots here. They like their siege towers, eh? Introducing the Crucible, a new Rogue Light experience. Select powerful boons, so that seems like almost like a TFT kind of thing. That's what I'm familiar with. I think that's making it so that the game mode is more replayable. It is single player mode, so pre-order November 4th. Alright, see that again actually. November 4th, pre-order now. Oh, okay, so it's releasing November 4th. Interesting. It's actually not that far away. September, October, November. Sooner than I thought, actually. Obviously I don't have any information regarding this kind of stuff, so that's cool. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'll say that for sure. So that's the trailer. It's coming to PS5. We have a new single player experience. That's what we know now. Alright, let's go to the Steam page. Release date November 4, Rock, Forgotten Empires. I'm not going to check every single thing in the game, because there's so much to cover, but we're just going to skip through a bunch of stuff here. This looks like Delhi, a lot of elephants, ballista elephants. I mean, the shots look cool. Mongols, Mongol variant. Macedonia. So I have looked through everything, so I know what these are, so I'm just going to tell you guys. Macedonia, Byzantine variant. I actually don't know how to say this one, but this is the Japanese variant. And these all look, to me, interesting. They look very interesting. So I think that's... is that 20 bucks US, maybe, with the... Okay, so the price is, to me, I'm going to be honest, I know that, everyone's different, but, these games aren't cheap to make. I think the price is fair for the content that we get. Everyone's going to disagree, but I think the price is fair. I don't really have too much to say about that, but it's not something that, I don't think that they're being unfair with this kind of stuff. Like, prices these days are so expensive no matter what you do. Like, you go to a fast food place and you're spending, 20 bucks, well, Canadian, to get something to eat. So, yes, everything could always be better, but this for me is understandable. 8 new maps, 6 new biomes. Cool. Add your experience in single player and multiplayer matches. Okay. 4 civilizations inspired by history. the Golden Horde. I'm not going to go through these in this description too much because we have each page for them. But the Golden Horde, the Macedonian Dynasty, Byzantine variant, manga variant, the Sengoku Daimyo, Japanese variant, the Tughlaq Dynasty, Delhi variant, your clan's destiny in the fractured Sengoku era, pledge alliances to rival banners. I mean, this is cool. Like, if you're into history, I think this is cool, but it's not. They're not new civs, right? And I mean, that's the obvious thing. I guess before we get into the variants, we have to kind of address the obvious thing, is that we're not getting a new civ. And listen, I'm just gonna be honest. I am a little bit disappointed. Just gonna put my camera here, I guess. That works better, at least for some of this stuff. I'm a little disappointed we're not getting a new civ. I thought we would. Maybe I'm, stupid. Maybe I'm too optimistic, but I thought we were getting a new civ. I thought I was with the previous DLC, right? The Knights of Cross and Rose. I was like, okay, this is a small DLC, but we're getting another one next year. That's probably gonna have a new civ, right? So I'm a little disappointed, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of wanted a new civ. I kind of wanted new food types. I thought, for me, a new civ and new food types were number 1 and number 2 in what I wanted for this DLC. Obviously, they're not making this DLC for me, but if they were, that's the kind of that's number 1 and number 2. Instead, we get 4 variants, and we get a new multiplayer experience, and some new maps and biomes, but that's, I think, expected, no matter what. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's kind of expected. So they kind of chose to go for a more balanced approach. We have some single player, we have some variants. Like, I get it. New civilizations are expensive, but it's been 2 years. It's been 2 years, and the Sultan's Ascent was the best-selling expansion of all time in Age of Empires franchise history, right? So that's kind of where I am. I don't really have too much more to say about my thoughts regarding a new civ. Again, I'm not going to hide it. I wanted a new civ. I thought we were getting a new civ. I was a little disappointed we're not getting a new civ. But I am confident that these new variant civilizations are going to be fun to play. That they're going to offer a different experience from the main civilization in the game. And they will add to the game. They will make the game better. And, I mean, you can bet on it. I'm going to be playing these civilizations, on stream, making YouTube guides for them. Off stream, I'm going to be diving very deep into these civilizations to understand, tournament level, how to master them, really. So I'm not completely devastated, but it is a bit disappointing. But I am looking forward to the DLC. I'm going to buy the DLC. I'm going to play the DLC. I'm going to do content for the DLC. But I think it's important to tell the community, tell the developers, tell Microsoft that, a new civilization is something that we want, right? We have to kind of make it apparent that that is something that, I mean, I don't know if they're looking for straight, I don't know if they're looking for, I would pay more for a new DLC, but I mean, I have to, tell them, I have to tell you guys that that is really important to me as a multiplayer focused person. I care about new civilizations. I care about food types. Yeah. So I kind of have to say this because it's important to me to say this. Even if it's not important for you guys at home. It's important to say where my thoughts are, what I want in this game, and what I want going forward. Again, not that I'm not looking forward to this. I'm very much looking forward to this DLC. Very much. I just kind of have to get that off my chest before we go forward, because it is something that I have been thinking about, something I've been wanting, something I think would make the game better. Alright. Hopefully you guys don't mind that too much, because I had to say all that. Alright. Now let's get more into the DLC variants, because I think, and I have looked at them a little bit, but they are cool. They do offer a different different design, different experience from the base civilizations, and I think the developers did a very good job with them. I think, from what I've seen, they align more towards advanced variant civilizations, Knights Templar, Albids. They offer a different experience, is what I'm trying to say, and I think that's good. Alright, so four civilizations inspired by history. The Golden Horde ditch nomadic complexity for powerful centralized force. Cool. I mean, cool. The Golden Horde is obviously, obviously a manga variant, something I think most people understand. Most people say, okay, that, that's a thing. Obviously. And it's inspired by history, and there's a lot they can do with that. So the Golden Horde is like, it's one of those variants that you're like, okay, that's cool. I'm gonna play that. Like, I don't mind that being in the game. It's not like a John Dark or for anyone who remembers the Sultan's Ascend controversy. Sorry. There was I think there was Jade Empire for Zushi's Legacy, and the Sultan's Army or something. Anyway, we don't have that so much with these variants. Macedonian Empire Byzantine variant. So I think this was a bit before the Byzantines, maybe? I'm actually not sure. I need to know more about this, but either way, Macedonia is interesting to me. Command a force of powerful and foreign-born warriors, known as Varangians, and charge into the battle as the Macedonian Dynasty, ruled by Emperor Basil II at the heights of his power. I kind of want to check out Emperor Basil II, but not right now. So we use trade, so that seems like it's additional, like olive oil, right? So we might have silver instead of olive oil, so that's cool. Sengoku Daimyo. Okay, so I think this was all the stuff that we saw earlier, but this one, take charge of this large and long-reigning dynasty, built through astute political rule. Okay. And then the Crucible. So it's a single player, repeatable RTS single player experience. Evolving enemies, shifting battling conditions. So the idea behind this, and from what I've seen, is it's supposed to be similar to the Knights of Cross and Rose single player experience, but with more replay ability. And this comes from the Pick a Boon, as you can see here. And that just means you can kind of develop your kingdom based on the buffs that they give you, right? So this is seen in other games such as like World of Warcraft. I think you would see this with oh, I forget the name of the single player experience in Shadowlands, but I played it. It's killing me that I don't know it, but I played it, and they do this for you in certain dungeon experiences. I'm sure some of you guys in the comments know. But yeah, World of Warcraft, something like TFT, not as advanced, but something like TFT, right? There's many games where they kind of utilize this kind of experience to give you more, to allow you to kind of build up your experience each time in the game differently than the last one. So I like it. I mean, I'm not a huge single player kind of guy, but you know, if other people enjoy this, and I something I do enjoy, I do kind of play these games every now and again, so you might see me playing this. Um, but the point is that I'm never gonna be like, you know, don't add this stuff because it's not my main focus. Like, this is cool. I think it's cool. Um, if we got this and a new civ, that'd be even cool, but, no, this is fine. I like this. I think, let's see what they say here. Your wonder is the key to victory. It must be protected at all costs. Earn medals by surviving as long as possible. And the enemies will escalate as the mission progresses. Okay. So yeah, pretty much what I said, right? Boons are powerful upgrades and abilities that you can select during a mission. You'll periodically be offered a selection to choose from. So I think, yeah, I think you guys understand the meaning behind that, hopefully. More of a single player kind of game mode, and yeah, I think this is kind of obvious, but co-op. Putting co-op in this would be huge. I think it would be massive to have this this mode for co-op. Now, I understand maybe they're kind of testing the waters to see if this is like something people enjoy, but you know, Age of Empires 4 needs to kind of just go more all out. It's the newest title to the Age of Empires franchise, and we're kind of like putting our toe in the water and being like asking if people enjoy it. Well, I think we're kind of past that, but I guess not. um, all right. So let's get right into the civilizations. I'm going to start with the Golden Horde, Macedonia. I think this is the order that they showed us in, so let's follow that. All right. The Golden Horde. Sorry, one second. I have to pace myself here. It's not not going to be a short video. Available with the Dynasties of the East expansion, this powerful faction emerged from the Mongol Empire's fragmentation in 1259, with Batu Khan establishing the Golden Horde in the conquered lands of Eastern Europe. Golden Horde's yoke began to wane after a defeat to the Rus at the Battle of Kuliokova in 1380. Shouldn't even try to say that. Alright, so again, I think people understand this. I think that's cool. That's pretty awesome. The Golden Horde is a civilization of conquest, foregoing their nomadic roots. Interesting. So it's not going to be as nomadic, right? I think that's pretty much, I mean, that's what they said. The Great Tent is a focal point of its new empire. Interesting. So it seems like the Golden Horn Khan has bodyguards. So that's probably like units I assume are going to be around him quite a lot. Protecting the Khan and inspiring the Horde to victory. Interesting, interesting. Golden Horde looks to expand rapidly by recruiting most units into groups of 2. Ooh. By recruiting most units into groups of 2. So that means we gotta, like, units built into 2 or more? So, like, you're producing 2 units at a time? So, like, with stone, I guess? Like, Mongols? I mean, interesting. I'm not sure how that's gonna play out, but that is interesting. I think that... I mean, that must be a game mechanic for them, right? Like, otherwise, what... I mean, yeah, like... The unique stockyard helps provide abundant food for this growing force, allowing multiple villagers to work and drop off resources. Okay, so that looks like a farm with 4 people? So we have like a 4-person farm here. Interesting. I mean, there's some cool stuff, the Golden Horde here. Golden Horde Khan. Looks cool to me. These are his bodyguards, right? So, new unit, new unit. I mean, it's a new unit, right? So these are obviously very distinct. New unit. Inexpensive light melee. Bolsters an army by providing protective bonuses to nearby units. So like buffing nearby units then? Interesting. Interesting. I mean, it's hard to get too much information here, but they give you a bit, right? So this is like a buff unit, this is bodyguard unit, and this is the con. Beachhead technology. Okay. Found in the Siege Workshop gives the ram an ability to open air slits. Hmm. Are we gonna get like kiting rams in fights with I don't know about that one, but that's a distinct feature for rams, I guess. I'll have to see more about that in game, but interesting. Okay, so we have a new charge technology found on outposts. Unlocks a timed empire-wide ability, giving them a speed boost and reducing incoming damage as they charge into battle. I mean, there's a lot of features. Again, it's hard to grasp if you don't play the Civ, but obviously there's a lot of things that they're adding to this variant in particular that makes them distinct from Mongols. So I'm excited for this variant in particular. I really enjoy Mongols, and it looks like this one's gonna be fun to play as well. It's one I'm gonna try to focus on decent bit, I think. The Stockyard Edict technology allows gold to be generated from stockyards. Interesting. So that's like in more of an eco kind of focus, right? Like passive gold generation. Hmm. Okay. Mongols. Oh my god, they give us more information? Alright, so Age 1 starts with the foundation of the new Khanate and the construction of the Golden Horde tent. Support the Horde. So yeah, so these are the pastures, I think. The pasture farms kind of mixed between it. At least what it seems to me that we're kind of getting here. So you can build those in H1. Because they're farms, because they're pastures, right? H2. Torgud. I'm not going to attempt to say that correctly. Bodyguards can take the field to... With each age, the Uvu network can be expanded to increase stone income and unlock new technology. Interesting. So we're expanding the Uvu network each age. With mangas, you are kind of replacing the Uvu network, right? Seems like you're expanding the network. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna develop, but it seems different. The Uvu network seems different than the manga one. It's gonna be interesting to see. Also, the bodyguards seem like strong knights, right? Or just knights, I guess. They seem better than Keshex, but maybe I'm wrong. They seem distinct. They seem pretty heavy, but maybe I'm wrong. Oops, that's H4. Kick W. In the Castle Age, with an established frontier of fortified outposts, you can research new edicts, such as the... I don't even know what that is. Karash? I don't know anything about that. This would produce... Is that a horseman? Okay, I have no idea what that is. Oh, is it this unit? Oh, it's this unit. Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, this has something to do with the fortified outposts. Again, we don't really know, but obviously, they have some kind of network with their outposts. With the increased income of an expanded Uvu network, again, so multiple Uvus here, right? So you don't have one Uvu, as we mentioned. This seems like the Golden Horn 10. I mean, I could spend like 2 hours on this video. Sheesh. But there was a lot of information here. I think they're really trying to show that these are, different civilizations, almost, but with the backdrop of being a variant, unfortunately. But they are distinctive and different. I think that is important, especially gameplay-wise. Yeah. With the increased stone technologies can be researched to increase the power of your armies. Yep. Increasing the number of units that can be trained in a batch without increasing the cost. Damn. That's gotta be broken, right? You can increase the number of units trained in a batch without increasing the cost? That's insane. Let's say you go from 2 to 4. You're increasing your army by 100% without increasing the cost? I don't know about that. But okay. Alright. So that's the Golden Horde variant. I mean, pretty cool to me. Pretty cool to me. Seems like a lot of changes with them. I would love to see more, but we have to move on to the Macedonians. Okay, so starting with Bazel in 867. So the Byzantines were... I guess the Byzantines fractured off from the Rome. I don't think people called it Byzantines, but I guess it was the Byzantines, right? Like Eastern Roman Empire. So maybe this is okay. I don't really know the time period. I guess this is fine, right? Like, so Basil II. Yeah, so I guess it makes sense. I'd have to go more into history here, but it seems like from the outset, historically, this makes sense. You recognize the unwavering loyalty of Varangians and form the first imperial guard. Interesting. Don't know too much about this, to be honest. Victorious runestones replace fallen warriors at the war camp. Ooh. And improve weapons and armor by spending silver at the arsenal. So spending silver at the arsenal. Only at the blacksmith arsenal? That's what it seems like to me. Without any more knowledge. It seems like that's the only place, but I'm not sure. Interesting. Villagers discover abundant silver deposits as they mine gold and stone. So seems like a feature from Japan, right? Except you're not gathering stone from gold, you're gathering silver from gold and stone. This is a fifth resource, so they just confirmed that. Can be used at the New Varangian Arsenal. With arms and armor paid with silver. As combat losses begin to pile up, construct the Varian war camp and receive free reinforcements. Okay, so from what this, I mean, I don't know. Okay, there's so many things. We're gonna have to go a bit faster. There's so many new stuff, but we have to go a bit faster then. From what I've gathered here, is that this seems like an extremely aggressive civ. And I mean, it's pretty easy to tell, right? You spend silver on unit upgrades, right? That's what it says, unit upgrades. So silver is a free resource. You're spending it on weapon upgrades and armor upgrades. And you get free reinforcements as your army dies. It seems like you're inting units to get more units, and then you already have really good units. But we'll see. Bro, why did they make these so hard to say? I mean, come on, like this. Varangian infantry that become more alongside Varangian units with their passive berserk ability. Light melee Varangian infantry that become more tenacious when fighting alongside Varangian units with their... What does that mean? Okay. So they're better with other ranking units with their passive berserk ability. I mean, it's a little bit hard to see, but it seems unique. Do we get a better view of these guys? Maybe in this section. Oh, they get a new ultra? That's cool. Ranged infantry with an ability that steadies their bow in the midst of battle. Oh, shit. That seems strong. Oh, okay. So, it seems like a good ultra for these guys. These guys seem very military focused from the outset. I mean, they also get another heavy cav. Capable of throwing axes? Bro. Okay, it seems like if you enjoy military, this seems like the sit for you. um, that's a bit crazy, but okay. So they have a knight, a new ultra, and a new infantry. Rune stones. By carving rune stones, when enough enemies have suffered. Interesting. Cool. I mean, we don't know anything about that, but that's cool. They haven't really gave more information there, I think. Seems like they get an ore. Right? It seems like the rune stones are giving them an ore. Cool. Swords technology, known to adapt to local weaponry. Ranking gods can equip. Okay, so like special sword technology, I guess. It's cool. Seems like a buff to Varangian gods, which is men at arms, and the cav, which is these guys. Varangian arsenal, known to adapt, and this is the silver. Yep, this looks like a blacksmith to me, but we don't know. It could be an addition to the civilization. All right. All right. Macedonian Empire here. H1. So they have the silver bonus. That's what they're highlighting in H1. And another thing is strongholds replace barracks. Okay, so obviously this means you can build a stronghold in H1. And it replaces the barrack. Fielding all types of ranking units as you advance through ages. Interesting. So you can infer a lot from, where they put these kind of things in the age. So obviously the silver bonus, you get that in H1. The stronghold bonus, you get that in H1. But as you advance through the ages, you get more units. So it seems like you can build a lot of units from the stronghold, but obviously not initially. You need to do it as you age. So interesting. I like that. Interesting. H2, construct the arsenal next to mining camps. Next to mining camps. Oh, it gives passive silver. Okay, so So they combine blacksmith and oh shit, they give university technologies as well. Interesting. When? Now I'm gonna assume that's age 4, but maybe not. I mean, this seems very strong. It seems like you're almost getting like free upgrades, right? Because it's giving you passive silver that upgrades your units, etc. I like that. Trying to see if we missed anything, but I don't think so. Oops, my bad. I did that last time as well. H3. Seems like we have a unique boat back here. That's all I can see there. From H3, I think these are knights. These just seem like unique knights. It's pretty cool. Check out the Varangian wool camp. Okay. So this might be the wool camp then, actually. Maybe that boat is the wool camp? So is the wool camp where you spawn reinforcements then? Maybe? I mean, again, we don't have that much information, but I guess so. That's what it seems like to me. Seems like a wonder. Seems like they have Golden Horde Tower, Golden Horn Tower. Same wonder, same landmark. That might be the same Age 4 landmark. I'm not sure. Yeah, it seems like a few of most of the buildings are the same, but we get a few distinct ones. The wool camp, the arsenal, the stronghold. Advance to the imp age and spend silver at the Palatine School. So yeah, that's the Palatine School. In bulk, to train cataphracts in bulk. Get W, okay. We'll choose the foreign engineer company and use silver to hire mercenary siege engines. Alright. So we're using silver instead of olive oil. Do that. Research Roman fire at the siege workshop, granting spring odds a fiery bolt. Alright, so it seems very military focused. Seems like they've I mean they have their own distinct units and technologies and gameplay, it seems to me. Alright, so the Japanese variant, the Sengoku Daimyo. So it seems like a period of widespread civil wars. So this seems like very Daimyo focused, shogunate focused. At least from my understanding, this seems like a time period where a lot of division based on like daimyos, daimyos that struggled in constant warfare. So I guess we're kind of choosing one maybe? Or is this the time period? Oh, it seems like a time period, right? Between consistent fighting. Yeah, the period came to an end in 1615 with the unification of Japan. Okay. So we choose 3 daimyo. Okay, interesting. Unifying under a shogunate with the powerful melee infantry of Hojo, thunderous cavalry of Takenda, or the volleys of Oda. Cool. In H2, choosing which clans are supported by building their daimyo estates, which reshape your armies. Okay. So we get new samurai with a new weapon. Seems like a baseball bat or something. Kick W. A studded club that does bonus damage to enemies based on their maximum health. Okay, I like that. It's interesting. It look cool. Yeah, yatai. A yatai. Bro. The yatai. I'm gonna say so many of these things wrong. I just know it. You guys are gonna be not happy. The yatai is a unique worker unit that can be sent out to gather food. Oh shit. Without depleting the resource. Interesting. A unique worker unit. This almost seems similar to Japan in Age of Empires 3. Now I don't know what kind of worker unit this is, but it seems like a kind of building worker unit. Now in Age of Empires 3 you could put houses near food, berries or fish, right? And you would get passive food from that. It kind of seems very similar to that. Seems like it can move though, so a little bit different. Daimyo, for each daimyo estate, a unique heavy melee cavalry can be recruited. Daimyo increases attack speed of nearby units even when they fall. So very similar to the current Japanese daimyo system, right? Okay. Echo Icky Monk? The Echo Icky Monk. Bro, these things. What the fuck is that sword? Damn, bro. These things are... Oof. A strong warrior monks that forgo traditional targeted healing and instead heal all nearby units whenever they strike an enemy. Nice. I mean, that's cool. That's cool to me. They look like very interesting units. I like that. Doesn't seem like we're getting as much information from Japan. We're just kind of getting unique stuff from them. It's hard to see how they kind of identify or function as a civilization here, but we're getting insight into some of the stuff they have still. The samurai bow technology found in the Hojo Daimyo estate equips samurais with a Yumi bow. Interesting. So we're getting like a desert raider kind of unit, right? Like can do multiple things. It's interesting. I like that. It's an upgrade though, so it's not a base kind of thing. Mounted Samurai Odachi. Changes the weapon of the Mounted Samurai to an Odachi. Okay, that's a typo, right? So it does more damage to infantry. That does. Come on, guys. That does more damage to infantry. Okay, so like almost like a sofa. You can kind of think of these things as at least the upgrade. Sofa do more damage to infantry, right? That's what you can kind of think of these Mount Samurai as. Age 1 starts with the location of deer and boar. Okay, so I guess that's for this guy. I like that. This information can be used to plan to send, yes, exactly, to send your yatai to bolster your food economy. As the yatai fills with food, it will send food traders back. Ah. So it seems interesting, but this seems very, you have to be on top of the map. You can't just send these things out and allow them to do whatever, because they send food backwards. So if you're not on top of protecting them, it seems like you're gonna have a bad time. The armies of Sengoku Daimyo can be crafted and honed by building Daimyo states. Okay. It seems like different Daimyos support different infantry or range types, right? However, not all clans can be supported at once, so you need to choose carefully. So actually, Japan, all types can be supported. Seems like they're kind of choosing not to do that this time. I don't know. We'll have to see, more in depth where they go here. With the increased support of the Hojo Daimyo, the health of melee units is increased, and any unit recruited from barracks within the influence gets deflective armor. Okay. Interesting. And you can call levies from provinces. So, like Helsa Castle. Hmm. I mean, interesting. Hard to get a grasp of how that's gonna turn out, but I like that. They're adding interesting things to even like stuff that's like I don't know if you're gonna be using this every game. I'm not sure because it's a different Daimyo, but maybe I don't know. Maybe this is like an age up system. Like again, I'm kind of unfollowing quite a bit, but I don't know how the Civ works. So let's check out. Do we have any buildings I missed? So yeah, this building in particular, I think that's the Daimyo system. I think that's all we have here. This seems like a wonder. Seems like a monastery. Yep. It's the samurai unit. This looks like a horseman. Looks like a knight. That looks like don't know what that looks like. The Oda clan can be a valuable ally. Okay, so to me now, it seems like we're getting Daimos based on the ages, right? You're getting the Oda clan, getting the Hojos, Sengokus. So it seems like to me. With a focus on ranged infantry bonuses and being able to walk in early Uzutsu. So that seems like an Uzutsu, I guess. So you get a different kind of Uzutsu. Nice. And we can also get an early hand cannoneer. And be the backbone of the army with the Oda. I mean, it looks cool to me. It looks cool to me. And now we finally have the Delhi variant. So, I mean, this is gonna be a long video, but I mean, it's a new DLC, guys. Like, I'm excited for it. I hope you are too. You know, maybe not exactly what we thought, but there's a lot of information to cover, and I mean, important information. If you're gonna be buying the DLC, you kind of want to know this stuff, right? All right, so, so seems like it's a thing, starting from 1320. What? Walker elephants? Bro, Walker elephants. And we get a fort. This seems very Delhi. If I don't know that much about history from India, but they seem like they're very fort focused. Again, maybe I'm wrong, but like the Mughal forts in Asian Post 3 and stuff like that. Seems like Delhi to me was very, it's a big empire, right? Like very fractured. A lot of space to cover. Very different peoples, I think. Yeah. You can appoint a governor to activate unique bonuses and answer the Sultan's call. Raise a fearsome army with 3 new elephants. We get 3 new elephants? Bro. Okay. That's not a new elephant. That's a new elephant. Walker elephant? Walker elephants and villagers have great working relationships. I hope so. Kicks off with a bonus to resources when villagers drop off at a Walker elephant. Nice. As villager walking time becomes too great, the Walker elephants can freely move. Cool. Provides near instantaneous research times. Okay. For a higher price. Now that is interesting, right? Obviously Delhi gets free technologies, but it takes quite a while. Now we're almost going in the opposite direction. So we're researching technologies almost instantly, but with a higher price. Okay. I see. Okay, so we have ballista elephants and radar elephants. And trampling through defenses with the radar elephants produce the healer elephant. Oh shit, we have 4. We have 4 elephants then. We have Walker, radar, healer, and ballista. I mean, that covers pretty much everything, right? Eco, raiding, defensive, right? Healing, and siege. Okay. And it seems like you get the standard elephant, right? Like you still have the I don't even know what these things are called. I'm gonna call them cav elephant because that's what they counter. Alright, and they have it seems like these forts are very, very important to the economy. Oh, economy, military, and religion, so everything. And you appoint governors. So it seems like you can appoint different governors that do different things each time you build a fort, I guess. So it seems like. Your walk elephant? Bro, that guy is doing his job, that's for sure. Look how much stuff he has on him. God damn. Yeah, I mean, good for him. Good for him. Elephant that acts as a universal drop-off, saving time, resources. Alright. I mean, I like that. I mean, it's very... Seems like they're very, very elephant-focused, but, I mean, I like elephants, so maybe some people aren't gonna like this as much, but I've always enjoyed the elephant aspect of Delhi, so that's just me. Alright, the radar elephant. Melee cav with increased health and an ability to trample through foes. Oh shit. It replaces the horseman? I thought this was gonna be like a unit that does damage to like walkers or something, but this just entirely replaces the horseman. Okay. That's kind of massive actually. So you're army is going to be super elephant focused, I think. So this civ, just off the bat, seems like it's very defensive civ, right? Like if you have elephants replacing your entire army and you have like a fort kind of focus, your army is going to be immobile, but you're gonna have like forts to defend. I mean, obviously. So it seems like you're gonna be very slow, but powerful. That's what it seems like. And this is the siege elephants. And it replaces the spring ord. Okay. Okay. And these are the forts. And you can see a bombard cannon going off. So yes, this is going to be a very defensive civ. Okay. Appoint governors to oversee bonuses across civilization. Forts contain unique technologies. Scale their defenses, weaponry, and yeah. I mean, that's my assumption. That's my assumption, and that's what it seems to be the case. So 1 of 6 governors. So you can appoint 6 governors, so... Okay. So 6 forts, 6 governors, I guess. You can probably make more than 6 forts, but maybe not the purpose to? I don't know. Because there's 6, right? Governors, that is. This governor recruits heavy armored warriors that consume no population? No. No. No population space? Bro. I don't know about that. That doesn't seem healthy. Hmm. I don't know about that, guys. That seems kind of annoying to deal with if you're not Delhi. Okay. Collateral damage technology. Reinforce elephant tusks with deadly spikes. Nice. I like that. That's cool. It's cool. Now we get them throughout the ages. Bro, what? No way. Is that a different colored sheep? That could just be like a new thing, but that's... I mean, I kind of want them to change sheep, so I see that and I'm like, please change sheep. But maybe maybe that's nothing. Okay. So we have the walk elephant and different colored sheep here. Da, da, da. Yep. So walk elephant, everything we know. We can move them around. They'll drop off. As the dynasty begins, villages and walking elephants begin collecting stone. Okay. Age 2. So we get forts in this age, it seems. So what other civ gets forts? So KT gets forts in H2. Seems like we're kind of utilizing that aspect for this civ. Tughlaq. And that's when you can start choosing between the 6 governors. So it seems like this civ in particular has a very interesting playstyle. I don't know how it's going to develop, but you can build forts in H2. You can build elephants. I mean, it seems like you can build radar elephants now, right? In H2. Yes. Construct stables and seek to trample enemies with radar elephants because they're horsemen, right? Interesting. Hard to... Yeah, so these forts do replace keeps. And have unique ways of scaling weapons and defenses that aren't restricted by age. So, to me that says, are you getting a bombard cannon in H2? I don't know. When entering the castle age with the compound of the defender landmark, all forts unlock a 4th governor benefactor bonus. A 4th governor benefactor bonus. Okay. All forts. Okay. These are hero elephants. Maybe you get those in H3? Or, I don't know. Construct a mosque and producing hero elephants that can train 2 units simultaneously. Because they have 2 heroes. While their elephant engages in melee combat, elephant heroes can increase damage the more infantry units that are nearby. Oh, heal elephants can also be accessed in H-Oya with the Dome of Faith. Okay, so they are... So you can make them in H2, but they are baseline H3 units. Okay, interesting. And you can buff their damage with infantry. I think that's what else they said. H4. Advance to the Imperial Age with one of two landmarks that interact with the governor system, Palace of the Sultan, and the Saw Academy. So we have the same landmarks. Palace of the Sultan immediately grants you a governor of your choice. Different things, obviously, which is good. Palace of the Sultan immediately grants you a governor based governor of your choice with a maximum tier 4 bonus. Raise an army of fearsome elephants and continue using near instant resource times to stay ahead of foes. Alright, so I'm just going to take a look at this picture here because you guys can read that. I've done enough reading. Ballista elephant. Not sure what elephant that is. It seems like we have most... That's a fort. Other than that, it seems like most of the buildings are the same. Tower of Victory. I think that's Haaschs Academy, right? And this is their wonder. Alright. So that's the final variant. And this is the thread of people reacting to the DLC. Reading through the Civ-specific pages, they do seem really distinct from their base civilization. And that is true. They do seem really distinct. So that is... I mean, that's a positive, right? Like, that is... that's good, for sure. Oh my god, I'm looking forward to people losing their minds. Yeah, so overall, I'm happy that we're getting, distinct civilizations. They're unique, but I am going to be honest, it is slightly disappointing. Oh, Zero Empire responded. I mean, I was really hoping the Golden Horde would come. I am so happy. Just hope you'll be able to build palisades with them. You can be sure. Cool. That's cool. I'm not going to go through everything here, but I think there's... I'm going to say this as my final kind of exit, because this is obviously a long video. Here's my final thoughts, okay? And this is going to be very similar to what I said at the start of the video. But overall, very excited for the DLC. I'm going to be doing guides, I'm going to be doing content, I'm going to be looking over how to play these civilizations best in the tournaments. They are unique, they look unique. I mean, I would know, right? That this is kind of what I do. I can tell immediately that these play differently, right? That being said, I think there is an obvious sentiment within the community that there was an expectation that we were going to get a new Civ. And I don't blame anyone, myself included. I don't blame myself because I think after the Sultans Ascend and after, what Microsoft has said for the most part, I think expecting a new civilization was not crazy. So that's kind of where my thoughts are. Again, I don't want to... This isn't like anyone's fault in particular. Like, obviously, I think the devs and Relic, Forgotten Empires and Relic, are doing their absolute best to make this the greatest expansion, the greatest game that they can be. I know for certain that they care a lot about this game. And, they're very good people. So, like, I mean, I feel like I need to say that because it's true. But, and don't get me wrong, this is going to be a fun expansion. I just hope that, I I hope that they make a new civ, you know? I hope that they make a new civ. I hope that they make new food types because I care a lot about the game and I want that to be in the game, right? I don't want us to have new variants for 2 more years, you know? Even if they are cool, even if they are their own civ, right? Which they kind of are, I think. I still want Spain. I still want Vikings. I still want Aztecs. I still want maybe definitely a new food type. So I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope for those who watched the entire thing, I mean, this must be an hour video. I actually don't know. I've just been kind of talking the entire time. Um, but for those who stayed, you guys are, you know, amazing. And I hope to see you guys soon. I'm obviously going to be doing more videos, so... And I'll be doing all the DLC content as well, guys. So, take care, everybody, and I will see you on the next one.